who would have thought that an incredibly funny first generation Iranian migrant would have so much in common with an older fella from Warrnambool that's like says something funny every now and then. But somehow, as it turns out, Dave Hughes is like my soul sister, my spirit animal, however you want to frame it. And here's the part that's crazy. He said a few things about the incentives that were being given for first home buyers and a few of the schemes that are available, which, like, yeah, they're fine, that's terrific. But he focused his attention on the fact that they were being given to not full citizens, right? Permanent residents. And he was just making a point, he was making an observation. Whether it's right or not, that's besides the fact, it's just an opinion, right? Like, just like, this is an opinion of mine. And he was absolutely like lambasted online. Oh, he's a racist, he's this, he's that. And then he goes and does something like this, and like, this is completely genuine. You know, I do a post, I tag him in it because I just like what he's saying at the moment, and you know, he gives me the thumbs up, kind enough to repost it, and says, you know, let's have an Iranian migrant for Prime Minister. Mate, I can tell you that Dave Hughes is not someone that's racist or has a problem with any particular creed, race, religion, or whatever it might be. He's just literally looking at a problem that Australia has at the moment, an economic problem, a housing problem, yeah, some social problems as well that flow on from that. And he's just said something about migration policy. And that's the thing that I think people get confused about, right? Because migration policy is very different to the migrants that come here. So you can have a commentary on migration policy and say negative things about that policy. It doesn't necessarily mean that you don't like the people that utilize that policy to get here. Now, further to that though, I actually think that there is a massive issue with the migration policy at the moment. We are bringing in so many people at such a rate that we can't keep up. Yes, in housing, like the numbers are crazy and we'll put them up again at the end. We certainly can't keep up with the housing supply, but also just the demand that they're putting across the board on every little bit of infrastructure that this country has. So again, I think just taking a breath, taking a beat and revisiting that as a government would be part of good governance. On top of that, I actually don't think that he went far enough. So Hughesy, if you're watching, like, mate, don't stop there. And tell you what, let me actually take over the baton and carry it on for you. Because yeah, I think there are probably a few people accessing housing incentives that shouldn't. But also beyond that, under Albanese, I think we're bringing in a whole lot of people that don't necessarily want to take the Australian way of life to heart. Now, I don't think they necessarily have bad intentions, but they're coming for very different reasons. Like when we came here, we were refugees. And we were refugees from the Islamic Republic of Iran. We escaped a tyrannical dictatorship, basically, because we weren't Muslims. So we came here to escape that oppression. And I can tell you firsthand, it's bloody terrifying as someone who's escaped another country because of a set of people and a system of beliefs. And now, if I was to go to Western Sydney, it probably resembles the late 80s back home in Iran after the revolution. So, you know, like, well done for giving us that incredible feeling of safety, leaving house and home and everything we had to come here for a better life. And then you go and invite the blokes that we ran away from and sit next to them in a mosque. Albo, mate, you are truly something else. Hughesy, you're actually a legend. So shout out to you, my man. And keep fighting the good fight, dude. Don't listen to the nonsense these people are saying, because migrants, Aussies, young, old, and everything in between, we all back you. Like, you're sane and you speak common sense. Everything else on the extremes of both sides, they just need to quieten the hell down. Alex Money out.